Have you been tried in the fire? Well, tell me, did you come through as pure gold?
You kick it like the benefactor's benefactor. Well, truthfully, we know you never been a factor. Well, honestly, the truth is that you've been an actor. And now your actions got them boys.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Taking it about the 1. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. This defense for the Chiefs, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Did you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 29. Too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point safely through, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On play action, it's Mahomes. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he's standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Going to take a shot for Gallup, and that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot, but the coverage up to the task, and it forces a fourth down. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep, Antonio Brown. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Second, like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And this offense, they've got it set up on the silver platter. First and goal inside the 10. A very short field to work with now. First and goal after the great punt return. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall. That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Denzel Mims. His second touchdown on the season. And the Titans have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point up and through. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Fulton. And the Titans are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield. It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it? Not good, and we saw the result. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Another good carry there for the NFL's second leading rusher. And we've talked on air, off air about his MVP candidacy. Make a case for him. Well, I'm just going to tell you point blank, it doesn't matter whether he's first or second or even third in the league in rushing yardage. That's not the main deal. It's how he gets those yards and the impact he has on his ball club. And he's going to get this inside the 30. I remember watching Derrick Henry come out of Alabama and sitting with some scouts, and one of the debate points with him was, while at Bama, how often did he have to deal with contact near the line of scrimmage? They were so good up front that he often got to the second level pretty easily. I think he's starting to answer those questions with runs like that. He's a physical guy. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards. Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening. On 2nd and a yard, Tannehill. Here's a diving catch right side.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Running from the gun with Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They'll give Henry another shot. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill. Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this one is right through. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. That's caught left side by Hardman. And some room to roam now. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. Barkley. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right?
And this will be caught at the 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play that time for the Titans. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4. Now a 2nd down and 6. Now Tannehill. Diving catch made just beyond the line of scrimmage. And he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This taken in at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for KC. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end, Kelsey. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop. Good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this is going to be a Titans first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check 15. Check 15.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. That's caught by Hollister. That catch good for only a couple.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
8 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a handoff to Henry. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. Online, but off the crossbar. crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring it down. DeMarcus Lawrence showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
Now Mahomes. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence picks up his second sack of the afternoon. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. And the Titans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. After the interception, here's Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for a score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Buying time to his left. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Being chased out left. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Play action. It's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Here's Hardman to return. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And with Mahomes under center, anything's possible. Watch out for the deep ball.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Dancing to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Landon Collins. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Denzel Mims, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Titans capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Mahomes to throw. Completes it to Hardman. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Locates Hardman for another catch. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Fighting through. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. He's going deep for Brown. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. And the touchdown record is now all his. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mahomes now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48 and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 98 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a 1st down throw, Tannehill. Flushed out right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line.
A big play that time for the Titans. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Titans get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. They go play action. Now Mahomes rolling to his right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Second 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. To throw, it's Mahomes. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Chiefs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Mahomes will throw for it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. T.J. Watt in on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
121 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The Titans on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at third in the nose of the football.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a 2-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 41. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. 2-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They go play fake. Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. This is caught.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
And in for the Chiefs touchdown. Mecole Hardman with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year.
And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he will get into the end zone as a 2-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. If there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
54 is Mike.
Now Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes forced out to his left. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, that has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
As a former defender, I can feel their sigh of relief after that one, because when he breaks out of the pocket and you face a mobile quarterback, he causes all kind of problems in your secondary. They were able to force that incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. With it is Brown. Good Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Tannehill steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Alley Cox. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a third down and 12. Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he'll get credit for a punt inside the 20, not by much, but inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second down and 4. Mahomes. Buying time to his left. That's caught left side by the tight end, Gray. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are in the field?
Mahomes being chased out left. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw it. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now we have Kelce slow to get back to his feet. Appears to be shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Mahomes. And he wisely will throw that one away. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Mahomes. Rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Tannehill. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Here we go. 30.
Throwing Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are...
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Off play action, Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41.
And the Chiefs are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Dancing to his left. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Again to Henry. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. It's no good. Wide to the right. So possible disaster there. It's an empty possession, and there's no worse time to have an empty possession than the first drive of overtime.
Yeah, and remember the situation now, Brandon. It's sudden death from here on out. You can bet he's begging for a chance to redeem himself. But the question now is, will that chance ever come?
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
Forced out to his left. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. Here's Mahomes. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number.